So anyway, hello and welcome to another video. Sorry the video is just a little bit shaky because I got a new setup. I'm just trialing this, and it's like a one of those funny stands that clip on the actual table. But in this video, we're looking at the 10 centavos. So 10 centavos de Cordoba. So the Cordoba is the actual currency of Nicaragua, and it's named after a person who's actually on the back, and his last name was Cordoba. So as you can see, it says "In Dios confiamos," in God we trust. So the same motto they actually used in the United States. And look at, I can't really shake the table because it just goes really shaky. See, so this is going to be really hard thing to actually manage, so I need to actually learn. So this is actually quite a nice coin because actually it's 5 volcanoes and the rising sun. And these actual 5 volcanoes represent the 5 countries of Central America at the time that got independence from Spain. So we have one for Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Costa Rica. As you can see, Panama's not in there because Panama was actually part of... stop shaking. It seems to be moving as well. Panama was actually part of Colombia, Gran Colombia. And Belize, well, Belize was British Honduras, and it was actually part of the United Kingdom. So that is, as you can see, you got the star light radiating, and this is part of the coat of arms, except for the actual face, because that's actually not part of the actual coat of arms. They actually have a Phrygian cap, and they do have the radiating stars coming from the Phrygian cap. And they actually have a rainbow on the coat of arms, so that's the first that I've seen a coat of arms with a rainbow on it. So let's have a look at the other side of the actual coin. So this is the actual guy whose name gave rise to the actual currency. So his name is Francisco Hernandez de Cordoba, and he's a conquistador, and he was born in 1475 roughly to 1526, and he was actually executed by, what's his name, Pedro Adios Davila, some person who actually had a very bad reputation. So all these coins are actually made of brass. So this is the middle denomination. Actually issued a 1, 5, 10 and 25 centavos in brass, and the 50 centavos remain copper and nickel. So if we just have a look at the actual Numistar, because I recommend Numistar as a good catalogue to actually explore. And also another thing is that these ones are actually milled, so actually quite a nice coin to actually get, and they're actually not a cheap coin to get as well. So here we are on the Numistar catalogue, and as you can see, there's 1943 brass, 1972, so that's the last year that these were actually issued, is 1972. And as you can see, they actually reduced the size, and then the actual metal is nickel plated steel. And then if we go up, you can see they had a silver one beforehand, and 1912. So this Cordoba was issued in 1912 up until 1987. Then they actually had to replace with a new currency. And in between then, they had copper and nickel coins, which had the same specifications pretty much. Well, this one's a bit bigger. But the copper nickel coin actually was the standard coin. And I reckon they issued the brass coin because 1943 was the Second World War. So nickel probably was in shorter supply. Brass is copper, so this is also copper. Copper and zinc, and so copper and nickel. So obviously they couldn't source of nickel, especially in 1943. It's a very critical time in the war period, so that's why they would have actually issued the 1943 brass coins. They didn't actually issue any 1943 copper nickel coins for the 50 centavos, so that was pretty safe. But these coins, if we actually have a look at the actual mintage, you can see 2 million. And I've got it in there as $1 because I can't remember how much I brought it for. Probably purchased it for roughly about $5-6. But if we have a look at, so we're going to, so here's one of them, $33 for a coin. Looks pretty similar condition to mine. But if you actually want to look up Nicaraguan 1943, so then we can see what we can actually find. We've got a lot of stamps, so you need to actually find the actual coins. And what I like to do is actually put it to the lowest and postage. And as you can see, we have centavo in pretty good condition. $8 is the cheapest that we have. And if we actually have a look at that coin, worst condition in mine. But anyway, these are actually not cheap coins to actually get. So you got 25 centavos, 10, probably same condition. But what's the postage on it? $8 postage. No, thank you. So anyway, so that's what you actually be paying. And this one looks like very high grade. And this actually includes all the actual coins that are actually there. So you got the 1, 5, 10, and 25 centavos. They're looking pretty, probably EF condition, extremely fine or almost uncirculated. And that one is, wow. So that's about 200 Australian dollars pretty much you're paying. And that is not an expensive coin. So anyway, I hope this video was informative to introduction to Nicaraguan coins, because I don't think I've actually made a video on Nicaragua. I don't really have that many Nicaraguan coins myself. I just got a few banknotes. And in a future video, we're going to actually talk about Cuba. So here's a Cuba 1 pesos. And that one is coming up soon. So I probably would have brought this coin for like probably $5, and I actually sold it for $15. So that is actually the way you should actually be buying and selling coins. I don't do it with all the coins. Some of them I actually just like to get because they look good. So, but sometimes I actually just like to buy and sell coins. It does supplement my income. I also use it to buy coins for this channel, so I can show you what you can actually look for and get out there. But if we turn it over, because I like the other side better, sometimes you can just get an amazing coin. But as I always say, shop around and make sure you get the best coin for your collection. Doesn't mean you have to get the cheapest. Generally, if you get the cheapest, it's probably not the best thing to do. You need to get a coin that's the right price for the actual grade. And $15, I reckon this coin actually went for quite cheap. So anyway, I'd like to say thank you and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and just take care out there.